Nothing makes the assertion that the new Phone 1 will bring us back, with deeper interactions and brave simplicity, to us. It's just a decent mid-range handset with flashing lights on the back. It's not the revolutionary phone that nothing makes it up to be. The distinctive light-up notification glyphs on the Phone 1 are slightly practical, but mostly just a stylistic flourish. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, as long as it is supported by reliable performance and a reasonable pricing. Before we get into the details, please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. Nothing Phone 1's design and hardware. More than any of the specifications listed on its spec sheet, the Nothing Phone 1's appearance is a selling factor. The brand is marketing this phone, which is made to attract notice, as the opposite of all the other knockoff phones available. The Nothing Phone 1 is striking in both hues. While the white version is more appealing, the black variant truly draws attention to the distinctive glyph lighting. The front and back are covered with Gorilla Glass, and Nothing has chosen which parts are visible and softened some of the lines. There is a reason behind the translucent design. It exists to display the glyph interface. 4 separate light-up parts are spread around the rear of the phone using more than 900 LEDs. Nothing has created 10 original ringtones that have special glyph patterns that flash in time with the chippy, lo-fi noises. When the Phone 1 is plugged in, a light strip at the bottom serves as both a charging indicator and a light strip. The function has to be enabled in the phone's glyph interface settings. The phone looks and feels like an iPhone, especially around the edges of the recycled metal chassis, despite all those boasts that it has a new smartphone paradigm. Nothing Phone 1's performance and specs. The choice of processor for the Phone 1 by Nothing. The Snapdragon 778G+, a tweaked version of an earlier 7th-generation Qualcomm SoC, was one of the most contentious parts of the device before its introduction. This has a basic RAM of 8 GB, but the top-tier model is available with 12 GB, and the Plus version adds capability for wireless charging up to 15 watt and reverse wireless charging up to 5 watt. Based on its benchmarking results, the 778G Plus won't win any awards. But for the majority of users, it should be more than sufficient for everything from split-screen multitasking to semi-casual gaming. It easily handled a few rounds of Call of Duty Mobile with the very high graphics and max frame rate settings enabled, without a hitch or observable heat buildup. The true test will be how well the Phone 1 holds up over time, and if Nothing can continue to function at the same level after a full year of bug fixes, security patches, and feature upgrades. Nothing Phone 1's display. Nothing has surpassed the Phone 1's 6.55-inch Full HD plus OLED display, which also supports HDR10+, and boasts a 120 Hz fast refresh rate. The choice by Nothing to use a flexible OLED instead of a less expensive rigid panel has allowed the screen's bezel, which is not insignificant, to maintain a consistent thickness all the way around, which is not always the case and is difficult to achieve from an engineering standpoint. An optical in-display fingerprint sensor is located low and near the bottom border of the screen, while the phone's punch-hole front-facing camera is located in the top left corner. Nothing Phone 1's camera. While the front-facing camera only has a modest 16 MP, both of the back cameras have 50 MP each. The primary Sony IMX766 sensor, which is accompanied by OIS, optical image stabilization, is a common choice among phone manufacturers and can be found on models like the flagship Xiaomi 12 and the mid-range OnePlus Nord 2. The secondary 50 MP Samsung JN1 ultra-wide sensor, on the other hand, offers a respectable level of consistency when switching between the two focal lengths. Shooting with the Phone 1 is enjoyable since the shutter is comparatively quick in both natural and artificial light, and the main 50 MP Sony sensor produces shots with a nice level of detail and colors that tastefully experiment with increased saturation. Because of this, it can effortlessly serve off Instagram-worthy photos. And pleasing amount of background blur that produces better close-up images than the phone's specialized macro photography mode is present while taking pictures of objects that are closer to the primary sensor. Speaking about the ultra-wide, it naturally has weaker, more subdued colors, muddier details, and a smaller dynamic range than the primary camera. In low light, The differences in the sensor's grain, detail, and dynamic range are more obvious. The Phone 1's rear sensors can record video at up to 1080p/60 frames per second, or 4K/30 frames per second, with respectable OIS and EIS that perform well. Nothing Phone 1 software. Before the Phone 1 was released, Nothing released a launcher that could be loaded on compatible phones from other brands, giving customers a taste of its unique Android-based user experience. However, the native experience provides a lot more detail. The user interface, known as Nothing OS, fronting menus and certain widgets, uses the same brand's distinctive dot matrix typography that can be seen throughout the phone's hardware, including as on the glass back and even in the SIM tray. Nothing OS is in the same camp as Google's and Motorola's versions of Android, with minor changes that differentiate it from a totally stock experience. On a home screen, folders may be expanded to take up a 2x2 space, providing hybrid functionality. Nothing Phone 1's battery life. The Phone 1 has a 4500 mAh battery hidden under the glass and exposed parts, which Nothing claims may last up to 18 hours on a single charge. When charged by a USB-C charger or power bank, it recharges quickly as well, restoring half its battery in 30 minutes. Nothing comes with a white USB-C to USB-C cord and offers a 45W power adapter, but it doesn't include one in the box. Nothing Phone 1's price. The Nothing Phone 1 starts with a cost of $469 in the USA. There are 3 different models of the Nothing Phone 1. 8GB RAM/128GB storage, 8GB RAM/256GB storage, and 12GB RAM/256GB storage. That's all for today. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you all.